very, very close together. That's a perfect indication that bracket between Mick Anthony and Tanner Thomas. And again, there's a lot of things that they are looking for to see which one of these riders is going to be going on. So as we move into this, these last part of these finals, it's starting to get even more intense down on the beach.
Oh, I can imagine. First one up, going to be Brandon Lawler, Darren Anderson, as we just get set to go here with the quarterfinals. Again, for those of you who are listening in at home, I'd like to welcome you to the 2014 IFWA World Championships here at the Blowsion Surfslam. Another chilly day here at Tierra Del Mar. But the surf has definitely been cooperative. You know, one of our sponsors that we haven't talked too much about this morning, we'd like to say a very special thanks to, because they've helped out tremendously this week along with the promotion. That is Monster Energy. Remember to support those who support the sport. And Monster Energy, again, proud sponsor of today's event. If anybody out there needs a Monster Energy, I've got my first giveaway from the tower. Who out there needs a Monster Energy today? Who out there needs amped up? Who was at your house too late last night?
There we go, partner. Thanks. You're welcome.
Once again, quarterfinals coming up. As you see the scissor lift going back up in the air, that means it's just about go time here at Tierra Del Mar. I'd like to say a very special thanks to all folks here in Pacific City who have rolled out that proverbial red carpet for us. All the officials who allowed us and permitted us to be here. And this is the 6th year officially of the Blowsion Surfslam. And as I take a look down, probably already a couple thousand people in attendance here. Not too bad on a Sunday morning before 11:30.
All right, Mike, it was a huge claps down here on the beach because they just did the call for the two warriors on this quarterfinals to go in. It's going to be Darren Anderson in the yellow and Brandon Lawler in the red, and Brandon's whole family over there with their fingers crossed, and Darren's family over on the other side with their fingers crossed. But I saw a lot of cross-hugging.
I like it.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
We'll allow it. I'm going to sneak over here. I was looking for Danielle. Oh, she was help. I keep forgetting they make her work. It's like, I'm not just a diva, Dawn. I have to actually work, you know.
She's actually got a Consi final later on today as well.
Yes, she does. All right, Danielle, I know that, you know, from the crowd's perspective, obviously we love to see all the big air tricks, but from the competitors' perspective, getting the surfing part in is critical. From your perspective, and obviously want to work that wave all the way in, give me a little bit from your perspective how it is to try to work that surf section in.
The surf is tough because sometimes you see the wave and then it kind of dies out and you're trying to find it and then trying to get it again to ride it all the way in. But you're right, it really is important to get all those surf points in, for sure.
Yep. So now when you have been working this year on that, what kind of training were you doing just to make sure that you were getting those points?
You know, my boyfriend and I actually went training in the lake to try and get the turns down better and the balance of the ski because I'm on the new ski. So it's important to really feel the weight of the ski and what it's going to do.
You know, and again, somewhat on a layman's terms for that, what she's talking about, if you think about surfing, these guys don't come into a wave and they just turn like you would if you were doing a closed course. The whole idea is like kind of this off camber, right? Oh, speaking of the devil, here we go.
Wow.
And off camber.
Yeah. Darren airing it out right as the horn sounded. Lots of amplitude on that flip. And meanwhile, Lawler going to work on the surf over there on the right-hand side.
All right, so again, as we had talked about, the surfing portion is going to be judged as well as the air portion. These guys want to grab one wave and bring it in as deep as they can, and then they want to get air just like that.
Exactly. Pair of rolls right there from each rider. Mark Gomez and Jill Bernier stand by. Next up in the quarterfinals. Again, this is heat number 1 of our quarterfinals here of the Blowsion Surfslam. Final round of the 2014 IFWA World Championship.
Oh, Brandon found a humongous one.
Yeah, nice. Looked like a Madonna flip. Look at this big re-entry over here on the right side by
That was
Darren
beautiful.
Anderson.
Sorry about that, but yeah, that was beautiful, Mike.
By the way, just a reminder to our Moto Surf guys, you guys should be staging. You should be staging over here on the north side of the beach.
Nice look back flip for Brandon Lawler. All right, again, these guys, what they'll do, grab a wave. They want to work this wave in as tight as they can into the scissor lift, right where the judges are trying to maximize the points. And they will do these slashbacks back in front of the waves as well. Just want to work the wave, want to get your surfing portion going. Nice barrel roll for Brandon Lawler. Surfing being one portion, and then these aerial tricks, the other portion. And as Mark Gomez so succinctly put it, you've got to constantly be busy back there. You've got to keep working. Wow. Mike, that was nice.
Yeah, very nice right there. Yeah, 6 minutes ain't a whole bunch of time out there. You know, obviously, when we get to our half finals here, our semifinals, at least in the pro class, we'll move it up to 8 minutes. And then in the finals, it's actually going to be 10 minutes. So again, 6 minutes to stay busy. I think arm pump would set in about 10 seconds after I started, Dawn.
Yeah, so, oh man, I tell you, you're right on the time just clicking out on these guys. Lawler had a beautiful turn in the wave. Sucked in right underneath that perfect little barrel on the wave for his surfing portion. Now you can kind of expect him to lock in. I could see him kind of eyeballing something. Wow. That was beautiful, Mike. Had a big back flip for Brandon Lawler.
Yeah, one-hander. Here comes Darren Anderson with a nice re-entry there. 2 minutes left on the clock here in this first of 4 quarterfinals.
All right, so Brandon Lawler going out deep to pick up a wave. And watch him just do these little cutbacks, working this wave all the way in on the left-hand side. Does a re-entry. Nice. Gonna rack up the points.
Another re-entry. Meanwhile,
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mike.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Anderson over there on the right-hand side, working on the surf portion of his points right there, with Lawler answering with a one-handed roll.
Yeah, that was really beautiful between these two guys. Both of them very well aware that they've got to try to get points in both of these sections. Ooh, nice work on this wave coming in for Lawler. You know, and I was just talking to the guys, Mike, and they said, you know, you got to think about it. It's not like just turning a boat into it, like turning a boat flat. The whole idea is that they want to let the waves tell them what to do. Oh, that was pretty. Turned 180 right on top of the wave for Brandon Lawler.
Less than 30 seconds to go.
Oh, my gosh, Mike. That is just not much time for him. Darren skimming through that wave really pretty, then turned a real quick turn for big air.
How about that?
Wow, hon, that was awesome. 2 backflips.
Right, and that was right before the horn, too. So the red flag coming up. Folks, how about a nice round of applause for Brandon Lawler and Darren Anderson. Great show, guys.
Wow. And Darren, as they're coming in, points over Brandon Lawler. Great job, buddy. And both of them doing high fives as they bring the boats in. Typical good camaraderie between those two. They realize they've had a good run for both of them.
And once again, Brandon out of San Carlos, California, riding for TC Freeride. Liquid Militia. Shirai Batteries, Jet Pilot, DASA, Lawler Motor Express, HydroTurf, Rick Roy Products, ADR Crankshafts, Freeride Innovations, Texas T Motor Oil, and Daylight. While Darren Anderson comes to us from Portland, and he rides for Blowsion, DASA, Cold Fusion, Jet Pilot, and ODI.
Oh, my gosh, Mike. They both came in and gave each other huge hugs, and both of them got mile-high grins going on over here. Anderson, I swear, as soon as the clock goes to green, you are just punching the time card. You blow out with a monster roll, buddy.
Yeah, those waves came in for us on that heat for sure. Those were awesome sets, setting up. It was flattening out every once in a while, getting surf riding in, but that one right off the bat, it was just perfect timing for green flag, and I just nailed it. That was awesome. Start the way.
You know, I got to say, looking back, did you get a chance to watch Brandon at all?
I saw him a couple times. I think it was looking down mostly.
No, I know, because you were on the air and stuff.
No, man, we ride together as much as we can. You know, there's a gap, obviously, California to Oregon, but whenever they come down here or go up there, we really love to ride together. Great attitude on that guy, and that's what this sport needs. That's how I always went through it. It's just the way to be.
Do you feel like this run was a little bit better for you than the run right before?
You know, I had definitely some better waves to play with here. Had to definitely up the game going up against Brandon. He's fierce, man. He came up and he's got a lot of tricks in his bag. So it was awesome to get out there and stay competitive and you know, made the best man win. I think we both put a good show on for the crowd. Hopefully it was high enough.
Sounds like it was.
Nice.
All right, we're going to stand by the results. I'm going to sneak over here and touch base with Brandon. I love the smack talk and the fact that you guys did it so sweetly to each other because I know you have the utmost respect for each other. But Brandon, break that down. You also combined some pretty awesome surf, and I love the slashbacks you were doing.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun out there. My TC Freeride Richter boat's been running great all weekend. I'm stoked on it, stoked to be here. Absolutely amazing ride, riding with one of the legends in the sport. I had a great run, felt good. Hopefully I move on.
You had a lot of big air in your tricks as well, and I can't wait to see the results.
Thank you.
Guess
Very
what?
welcome, but we're standing by to see who's going to be moving on, but Brandon Lawler, bam.
Thank you.
You're
Brandon
welcome.
Lawler, congratulations. You are moving on to the semifinals.
Yeah. Sweet. Stoked to be here. Absolutely, yeah, good ride. I mean, it means so much to come out and ride against Darren and then to beat him is just amazing. He's been around for years. I'm just so stoked to be here, stoked to be moving on, getting points towards the World Tour. We'll see how the rest of the day comes out for me.
Right on, buddy. Good job. Really, really good job. You can tell he's so stoked. All right, Mikey, up next.
Up next, we've got Mark Gomez out of Fullerton, California. He'll be in red. Sponsored by HydroTurf, Works Components, TC Freeride, Richter, DASA, Liquid Militia, Mystic Lubricants, Jet Pilot, Hot Products, Cold Fusion, Thrust Innovation, SCATRAC, Impros, and Blowsion. And he'll be facing currently fifth in points out of France. It's Gilles Bernier, who will be in yellow, riding for Tiger Craft TPE, Unil Opal, Rib Curl, and Troy Lee Designs. Here we go, Dawn.
All right, just as we start on the green flag, Gilles Bernier normally beautifully worked in the surf, just got a teeny tiny bit sideways, but he recovers with a gorgeous barrel roll.
And Jill going with a one-handed roll over there, left-hand side. Into a backflip.
Also, we got Gomez in red and Bernier in yellow. Bernier with the no-hander backflip. Well, that's a perfect example of that Richter edge. Gomez went down ever so briefly, and that super quick thrust power for that Richter boat, able to recover super quick.
Hey, by the way, that RV that's down there, we need you to move. We've got a live stream going, and, well, you're in our way. So if you could, please, I know you guys are trying to air down a little bit, but as soon as you can, please move that because we've got folks watching in from all over the world, and they want to see these quarterfinals. We appreciate your cooperation in advance.
Wow, that was amazing, Mike. Mark Gomez just executing a double can flip. It was a double can both feet off of the boat.
No footed can.
Yep.
And Jill going with a backflip on the right-hand side. And you can see Gomez locking into them footwells as he 180s around and heads back out into the Pacific with a nice roll.
Had the opportunity to talk ever so briefly to Mark Gomez before he went out. And he said, you know what, Don, Jill is a legend in the sport. And I'm not going to underestimate this awesome opponent. So he really is going to just pull everything out of the toolbox. And you can tell that Mark been very busy in this bracket.
Yeah, Mark with the flip over here on the right-hand side. And Mark is actually doing double duty this weekend, Don. Not only in the pro freeride competition, but you'll see him coming up after the quarterfinals in the Moto Surf, where he's got 2 wins so far in the first 2 motos.
Speaking of, looked like he's doing a little bit of cool Moto Surf playing in that surf as he's riding this wave back in. Oh, sneaks underneath the barrel. Flushed out a little bit. He lost his boat, Mike.
Oh, tough break there for Gomez.
Oh, my gosh.
Something you don't want to do here.
No, he had a beautiful routine going. He's already back to it. So, again, that athleticism paying off for him. Meanwhile, Jill Bernier is still on the clock on the right. Nice barrel roll for Jill. Oh, was he surfing that with no hands? I think he was. Jill was just coming in on this wave. That was really cool.
Some style points there. Meanwhile, Gomez with a Madonna flip over on the other side. Now, a big re-entry there by Gomez. And I noticed the rider's starting to stay a little bit more to the north. Seems to be breaking a little bit better there. Slash by Gomer. 2 minutes left on the clock here in heat number 2 of the quarterfinals. Zach Bright and Jake Bright stand by.
Re-entry for Bernier and a roll for Mr. Gomez. And Bernier again running that wave all the way in. Beautiful can roll from Mr. Gomez.
Like a flared out roll by Gomez and a can flip by Bernier. Once again, folks, after the quarterfinals, I believe we're going to go into our Moto Surf. Don't forget, we got plenty of vendors up here in Performance Alley, including the Atlas Cider Company, Liquid Militia, HydroTurf, Jet Tribe, Blowsion, Full Gas, and Moto Life. So stop on up here. You guys need to pick up some swag before you leave the event this weekend, now would be the time to do it because there ain't going to be too much left at the end of the day.
Yep, Max 360 for Gomez. And Bernier just finished with a beautiful ride in on a wave. Gonna set up and do another one. Little re-entry for Mark Gomez. And Mark doing a slash over the top of the wave.
All right, red flag is coming out, and that is going to do it for heat number 2. Mark Gomez and Gilles Barnier out of France. Again, Don, while we have the opportunity, I'd like to say a very special thanks to Monster Energy, DP Productions, Jet World, New West Technology, Has Photo, JetSkiClub.ru, Jetnetics, Gasket Technology, Jet Pilot, Fiberlay, Pappy Rents, K&S of Kuwait, who will be putting on that big air show at the end of the day today. Hyder Graphics, Jet Tribe, Jet Import, Pad for Print, Pro Rider, Full Gas, MJKPhoto.com, HydroTurf, Goggle Grip, ODI Grips, PayPros, Richter, DASA, Liquid Militia, BPG Works, Racing Components, and Talsetti Novitech, as well as ADA Racing. Dawn?
Yeah, down here just catching up with the riders. Jill, you had a phenomenal ride going, and I loved watching you working in the surf again. But you kicked it off pretty quick with some airtime.
I don't have a look the run of Mark. I want to be with my. It was very very hard for my breath. I don't know if it's good. But I've got a big pleasure to ride with Mark for my first time in Oregon. It is a good souvenir.
He had the same respect for you. Definitely did not want to underestimate you as a legend of the sport. The fact that you had been racing on the tour and doing so much. Oh, look at you. You're so modest. He was like, oh, I don't know if I'm a legend, but we think you're amazing.
Legend? No, but I'm really happy to ride with young guys, 2 times younger than me, because I'm 50 years old this year.
I noticed you're on the Tiger Craft. How are you liking that boat?
Yeah, it's the first time I use the Tiger Craft, and I love this hull, very good engine, everything is perfect. I want to take a time to ride more with this kind of hull. It's very interesting.
All right, well, again, we're going to have another tough bracket, so we'll stand by and see who moves on. But phenomenal job for you, and it's so awesome and such a pleasure to have you over at the Blowsion Surfslam.
Yeah, I love everything. The organization, the people, very friendly. It's very important for me because I continue this sport to meet new pilots, new generation. Like Brody, like Mark, many guys like this. Very important for me to ride with this guy, and that motivates me again.
And also to be a translator for Fabrice Bizzotto.
Yeah, sorry for my very bad English, but I have to learn for next year.
Awesome. I can't wait to have you back. All right. We're going to touch base with Mark Gomez real quick, buddy. I very rarely see you off of your boat, but I know you were hanging that out, really going for it.
Yeah, you know, to do those super flips, you have to click the shorter line in, and I tried to make a way to click it in faster and get it going, and I was got too caught up trying to unclick that and get it back onto my handle pole, and I just got garbled by a wave, and the boat came out from under me. So little mistake there. It was a little tiring swimming back to it, but got back on board. I mean, I'm riding with Gilles. I look up to that guy. He's done incredible things over the years, and he's still charging hard, still podium, still on the entire tour, putting great productions together, doing well for the sport. So honestly, to be here where I am now, it's huge. So just the opportunity to ride with him and go toe-to-toe with him is incredible. So yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome. I don't know about what your favorite part of that, but for me, that double can flip, bam.
That was a little nasty. Yeah, that was a bit scatter, but man, I saw it coming, and it's like, I got to do it. This is the wave.
That was fantastic. I can't wait to see the results for this bracket, but great job.
Thank you so much.
Don Dawson,
Yes, sir.
I have results.
Talk to me.
Results say for our second heat of the quarterfinals, congratulations, Jill Barnier is moving on
All right.
to the
Thank you, Mikey.
semifinals. You're welcome. I'm here to help.
Him and Mark are over there congratulating each other. Mark was actually bowing to him.
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
But they are. It's so true. It's so cool to watch these guys.
Well, that might give Mark a chance to rest for a second because he's got Moto Surf coming up after the quarterfinals here.
Whoa, massive doubles.
Yeah, no-hander and then a Madonna roll right after that. Followed by, that was Jake with the Madonna roll. Again, it's Zach and